have been recently engaged in human rights protection, and so do you plan to move in this way, and is it a tribute to your father's profession?
Well, I definitely want to go to law school because the more that I feel like I know about the law, the more that I can help change that law. I do believe that my dad had influence on that decision, but I know that he would be fine with it either way. He did explain to me years ago how hard it is to get into law. So he was the best dad, like someone that would just really be respectful of any decision that we would want to make.
Mrs. Kardashian, while you were speaking there, you spoke about Armenian flowers, your inspirations, that you are going to make a new product maybe connected with Armenian flowers. But
I hope so.
Okay, but before coming to Armenia, you were speaking about good news for Armenians. Does it mean that you are going to make a business or something investment here in our country?
I'm definitely talking to a few major Armenian investors about hopefully trying to figure out a factory for my shapewear and trying to figure out what kind of factories you have that I can manufacture products in here.
So when to bring your skins production to Armenia?
We are working on that this trip, so I have a meeting tonight actually to talk about it. So that's something that's really important to me is, I work, actually PixArt that was on the panel, I work with them, so I'm going to go visit their offices. I definitely love working with Armenian businesses and companies that are based out here, and my dream would be to open up a Skims factory here in Armenia, and if not something else, I really want to.
David, sorry, the next is David.
Sorry, many politicians now in social networks. What do you feel about the activity of Armenian Prime Minister in social media? How useful and effective it can be?
Well, I think that it can be effective because there is such a large reach on social media, so I don't see why not. I think that it would be... I think it's good to have politicians on social media. I think it's definitely the way that people communicate now, especially to a lot of people, so I think it could be beneficial.
Manu.
You became super famous in your adult life, while your children have been in the spotlight from a very early age and are growing up with a bodyguard around them all the time. Are you worried that later in life they may be more vulnerable and not quite ready for life than you were in this age?
I definitely love that I was able to grow up. I had most of my life being normal and not being affected by fame. However, I pride myself on the way that I raised my children, and I have seen friends that grew up with security around them and with a lot on their plate with very wealthy and famous parents, and they were raised really amazingly. I've seen both, so that gave me hope. And I just think that having a lot of cousins, they all grow up extremely normal. That is my goal, is to raise really kind, well-adjusted children, and so far they are that, and I'm very proud of that they are extremely humble and normal and don't quite understand. So it's something that I feel like I have to work extra hard on, but I'm so willing to do that because I want them to be really amazing human beings. But my sisters, we all have the same feeling about it. We understand that it will be hard, but we love raising our children together, and you would be surprised at how well-adjusted and silly and normal they all are.
Thank you very much. Last question. Go ahead.
Will you bring your cosmetics and other brands to Armenia?
I hope so. Yeah, I have a plan of hopefully going international in a big way. So that is always a goal of mine and a hope, and I'm excited to be here on this trip because I'm having the conversation with some really important Armenian investors and people here in Armenia. So I'm excited that I have the opportunity to come here and really talk about those opportunities. I don't know. I want to come back often.
Yes, and the very last one. Are you campaigning for Armenian genocide recognition in the United States?
I always do. Yes, I always do.
Are you going to talk about it with Donald Trump and with him again?
I do talk about it with people internally at the White House. I haven't had a private conversation with the president about it, but I've talked about it with advisors, and that is a goal of mine. So I will not give up on that.